I'm going to show you how to make scones. Really easy, perfect for afternoon tea, clotted cream and jam. So what you need to start with is 225 grams of self-raising flour. To that we add, also got a little pinch of salt in there, like this. To that we add 55 grams of butter. I use unsalted butter with sweet things. And to there we need to put a teaspoon of baking powder as well. Now what we need to do then, with as light a touch as possible, because scones don't like too much fiddling about with, you rub in the butter to the flour. Just the ends of your fingertips. You don't need to get your whole hand in there and squid it up too much, because if the butter starts to melt, then it's not such a nice lighter dough. And like I say, with scones, you want to touch the dough as least as possible, because it overworks the flour, and then it all becomes a bit too elasticy and not pleasant. So just go slightly and delicately as you can, rub in your butter to your flour. This is a sweet scone mix, but you can vary this recipe by adding things like blueberries, handful of blueberries, handful of raspberries and some white chocolate chips maybe, zest of lemon and some blueberries, that's quite nice, sultanas, cherries. I'll put all this in the ingredients at the end. But you can also make a savoury version from this base. So same amount of flour, touch of salt, baking powder, butter, and then at this stage, instead of adding the sugar, which I'm going to add next for the sweet scones, you can add grated cheese and cayenne pepper. Like I said, I put that all in the recipe list at the end, so you don't have to remember it all from my witterings now. So get to this stage, so it's like a little breadcrumb mixture. We then add 25 grams of sugar, caster sugar, and then bring it all together with some milk. So mix that sugar in. I told you it was quick, I've nearly done it already. Then you add a little bit of milk at a time. Don't dish the whole lot in. I do recommend about 80 to 90 millilitres of milk. But like I say, don't whop it all in at the beginning. Just use a knife and just stir in a little bit of the milk at a time until it comes together. When it gets to sort of quite big lump stage like this, you might want to just pop your hand in it and see if it comes together with your fingers. Like I say, you don't want to mess about with it too much, because scone mixture doesn't like it. It won't behave itself as well. That needs a little bit more milk in there. Not got much left in there. So that's come together as a nice dough. Pop that onto your work surface. And then, this is where some people will get their rolling pin and a floured surface and roll the mixture out, but I don't ever roll it. All you need to do, squish it down till it's about an inch, just under an inch in height, and then you cut out however many rounds until you use up all your dough. So it's about an inch tall, and this cutter that I'm using is approximately two and a half inches across. So cut them out and pop them on your baking tray. You may need to do this a couple of times with this little dough mixture. Like I say, try not to work it too much. So squish it again. Another one. So we're going to get about 5 out of this mixture. There's always a tiny little bit at the end. I don't know if you find this. you get to the end bit and it's like the weirdest shaped scone. But that's the lucky one, that's the one the baker has. Don't waste any, just squish that bit under there, no one will see it. And then pop that on your baking tray. What I like to do then, to get them nice and golden, is to brush the tops with a little milk. Got your oven on quite a hot oven, approximately 180, 190 degrees, fan assisted oven. There your scones made. All you need to do now is pop them in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. And when you pick them up and you tap on the bottom of them, it sounds nice and hollow. So into the oven they go. So, to test them when they come out of the oven, simply pick them up and then you can hear this echoey sound, which should mean that they're done. Another tip I forgot to tell you was when you're cutting out your scones, push the cutter in straight down and lift the cutter straight back up again. Don't twist it because it makes the dough a bit twisty turny and they'll come out a bit weird shaped, like this poor little one at the back. Enjoy! Celebrate with your scones, lots of lovely cream and lashings of jam. See you soon!